Among all of you watching this video, one will become the top clicked and highest earning AI history channel on YouTube. Right now, there are hundreds of history channels out there, each making thousands of dollars every month. But what if I told you that you can do more than just that and actually be better? In this video, I'm going to give you the full step-by-step formula to create the best history videos possible. However, this isn't a get-rich-quick-without-effort guide. To succeed, you need to put in the work. We'll cover everything from selecting a channel topic, choosing video themes, script writing, sourcing images, video editing, sound effects, music, to creating eye-catching thumbnails. Chapter 1. Finding a channel topic. You're into history videos, right? So you might be thinking you already have your topic. But even in the history niche, there are numerous sub-niches. You could zoom in on business stories like Magnates Media, or focus on the history of specific animes. Highlighting the stories of major historical figures is another sub-niche to consider. The ideal niche should be something that not only interests a wide audience, but also something you are passionate about. You won't stay engaged if it's boring to you. Picking a channel topic is crucial, but remember, a good topic alone isn't enough. It needs to be backed by strong video ideas. Chapter 2. Finding video ideas. Are you creative? Yes? No? Either way, I will show you how to find amazing ideas for your videos. If you are creative, good. Just take a paper and write down all the ideas you have. You could also use a mind map to sort your ideas and group them. Once you have your ideas, sort them and pick the best one. If you don't have any ideas on yourself, you can literally just go to ChatGPT or any other chatbot and ask it for ideas. You can repeat this process until you've found something you like. An idea is important, but having a good title for your idea is at least as important as the idea itself. Take a look at this title, How I Actually Make Viral Shorts. Sounds interesting, right? The same title would be 10 times worse though if it would be Edit Shorts in Premiere Pro, for example, right? When choosing a title, it should spark the viewer's interest. It should make him curious and make him wonder. Ideally, it is also something that hasn't been done before. Of course, it's not always possible to find something like that, but that should always be your goal. Now we have a good topic and title, but how do we get a good script that actually makes the viewer stay? Chapter 3. Writing the script. Every good script has at least 3 key points. You always start your script with a hook. The hook should, as the name implies, hook the viewer and catch their attention. The best video is not worth anything if the viewer doesn't watch it. Therefore, you try to get them to watch the video here. There are several types of hooks, as you can see here. Popular ones are, for example, the question hook or the statement hook. I'll combine both types of these hooks in the upcoming example, which we'll also build together later on.
World War II is arguably the most brutal and devastating conflict in human history, and at its epicenter was a central figure, Adolf Hitler. But what if things had turned out differently? What if Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany had won the war?
Even I would like to watch a full video on this topic after seeing that introduction. But you can definitely see the importance of having a good hook. A hook is not everything though. It's just the first step. After the hook, you want to write down what the viewer can expect from the video. Imagine the title of our video is, What if Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany had won World War II? You write down the expectations the viewer might have when reading this title. Then you sort these by importance and pick the best 1 to 3 out of these and address them. The most important questions one would have when reading the mentioned title would probably be what would have happened if Hitler had won World War II, and how the world would look like today. Addressing these questions could look like this, for example.
In this video, we'll find out what would have happened if Hitler had won World War II. We'll also explore what the world would look like under the leadership of Nazi Germany.
By pointing out what the viewer is going to experience in this video, you make sure that the viewer is sure that he will get in the video what he came for. This is super important to make him stay. Once you have him, it's time for the main part of your video. Here you basically fulfill the expectations of the viewer. and tell him what he wanted to know. Theoretically, you could split the main part into certain subcategories as well, but this would go too much into depth. If you're interested in writing the perfect script, feel free to check out my full video on script writing with AI after this one. This would increase the quality of your scripts even further. Once you have a good script, we'll address the point that will set you apart from every other history channel, making your video a 10 out of 10, the video creation process. Chapter 4. Finding images and videos. The best script won't shine without amazing visuals, and in this age of AI, finding the right images and videos is a breeze. Let's tackle videos first. Acquiring videos is straightforward. There are numerous free stock footage websites where you can find videos for your project. Take Pexels, for example, offering hundreds of thousands of free videos. But videos are just a part of the process. The real game changer is the images. You can find or generate them on almost any AI website or tool. The possibilities are limitless. I'll demonstrate using Midjourney, but any tool works. CArt.ai is a great alternative. For a straightforward approach, visit Midjourney's Explore section to search for your desired images. You'll find thousands that meet your needs. If you want a more customized image, head to Discord and create one using a text prompt. This allows for more fine-tuning to fit your vision. Having the image is just the beginning. Next, we'll create a 3D illusion for our images, and for that, we first need to split the image into layers. I prefer Photoshop for this, but any image editing software will do. Photopea is a free online alternative to Photoshop. Your goal is to divide the image into sublayers, separating the foreground from the background. You can create additional layers for midground elements if you have them. Use Photoshop's generative fill to fully cover the background, or alternatively, scale up your existing background, or use a different background if generative fill isn't available in your software. Once you've separated the layers, export them as individual PNG files. Now that we have our files, it's time for some magic. Chapter 5. The voice. Let's talk about one thing that's often overlooked in creating content: the voice. Getting a voice that meshes with your channel's vibe is super important. If you're blessed with a great voice, definitely use it. But for those looking for a different route, consider AI. That's where ElevenLabs comes in. This platform is a game changer for generating AI voices. The best part? Starting out is 100% free. Don't have an account? No worries. Signing up is easy. Once you're in, you've got two cool options. Create a unique voice or pick from a range of existing ones. Just go to Voices, hit Explore, and you'll find a voice suited for any purpose. Preview them, pick your favorite, and add it to your voice lab. Ready to bring your script to life? Head to Speech, then Create. Paste your text there, select your chosen AI voice actor, and hit Generate. Here is a quick tip. Play around with your text by using caps, exclamation marks, and punctuation to add more diversity to your speech. Here's a pro tip. Regenerating can polish it even further. Once you're happy with the result, download it, and you're all set to tackle the next big steps. Chapter 6. Editing. The best script, title, and footage is not worth anything without the right editing. I'd actually even say that this is the most crucial part of your video, since this is what sets you apart from your competition. You can actually use any editing program you want, even a free one. I'll show you how to do it in After Effects and Premiere Pro. To get your flat images to life, we'll start by using After Effects. First of all, you put your images into After Effects and order them accordingly. Then you turn them into a 3D layer by clicking the little cube. Once done, we'll create a camera. In order to do so, right-click into the field at the bottom left, New and Camera. You can use any lens you want. I'll go with 80mm here. Just experiment with the different settings to get a hang for it. Now we'll switch from one view to two views. Your right view is your active camera, whereas your left view is usually any other perspective. I usually switch between top and right. Now, select your camera and move it in your left view to get a feeling for it. Here, you can also select and move your other layers to arrange them in space. Think of it as a 3D space where you have a camera and can get your objects closer to the camera. We try to get our foreground closer to the camera, whereas you can keep your background at the position or even drag it further to the back. Try to think of the scenery as a realistic scenery. If there is a big difference between foreground and background, the distance between these layers should be bigger as well. Once you're done with the alignment of your layers, it's getting time to animate the camera. Open the camera menu, open Transform, and set a keyframe for every single point at the beginning. Now you can move further in the timeline to a point you like. Move the camera in your left window to the point where you want to have it. This will already animate the image. You can add some life to the scene by adding some rotational movement as well. It might sound like a lot to you right now, and trust me, it also sounded complicated to me in the beginning, but you'll get a hang to it in a super short amount of time. Once you animated the camera, feel free to add some text to it. It can also be helpful to turn the text into a 3D object as well, and align it in space. This will add some more depth to the animation. Once done, grab some particles and effect layers and drag them into your composition. But once you've got this, you're done with the most difficult part. You can repeat this process for as many animations as you want. Once you're satisfied, we'll jump right into Premiere Pro. Drag your audio clips into Premiere Pro and arrange them accordingly. Now you can bring in your rendered After Effects files. You can add some stock footage from Pexels as mentioned earlier. Add subtitles, images, characters, particles, effect layers, FX elements, and so on. This should not be a full Premiere Pro tutorial. If you want to learn how to use Premiere Pro, there are a lot of tutorials out there, and with some effort, literally anyone can get good at it. Here's a short tip. Really focus on editing the hook, and especially the first 7 seconds. Some articles state that humans have a super short attention span of below 8 seconds. Whether this is true or not, you definitely need to get the attention of your viewers as quickly as possible. In addition, try to add a lot of cuts in your video. No video should be playing for more than 5 seconds without anything happening or a cut to another scene. If you watch popular movies, for example, feel free to count the time until a cut happens. In most movies, there are cuts every 2 seconds. You should orient on this cutting behavior. Subtitles are another method to keep your viewers' attention. Implement all these techniques and always try to improve step by step to really maximize your video quality. Once you have all of this, we're almost done, right? Well, not yet. The next point is often overlooked but will take your video quality up a lot. Chapter 7. Sound Effects. Most people underestimate the effect of sound effects, but let me give you an example. Take a look at this clip. It's okay, right? But now take a look at the same clip with sound effects. Huge difference, right? Therefore, I encourage everyone out there to use sound effects. You can find a lot of sound effects on websites like Envato Elements, for example, or on YouTube. You could use an MP3 converter to download some of the sound effects from YouTube and use them in your video. Sound effects are important, but so is music. So let's get into that. Chapter 8. Music. Ever watched a film without music? Probably not, right? And there is a reason for it. Music is what really gives emotion. Every good video uses music, and especially in that niche. There are free websites for royalty-free music or paid ones. A good website to find free music for your videos is freetouse.com, whereas Epidemic Sound is my preferred paid option. You can browse thousands of songs on these websites and download the preferred options to your PC. When adding this music to your video, it's crucial that the music fits the video. If there is an epic fight going on, adding sad music would definitely be the wrong choice. An epic and dramatic battle music would fit much better and get your video to the next level. Once you're finished with this step, your video is done, right? Well, not yet. Chapter 9. The thumbnail. As important as the video and title is the thumbnail. The best video in the world won't help if your thumbnail is so bad that no one clicks on your video. When designing thumbnails, let me give you some tips. You obviously need an editing tool like Photoshop or Photopea. Before getting started, I recommend picking your colors though. Color theory is a big topic, and there are a lot of color schemes that are pleasing to the human eye. If you choose the wrong color combination, the thumbnail looks bad. Therefore, getting the right colors for your thumbnail is important. First of all, every color has a different effect on the human brain. Red stands for danger, for example, whereas blue stands for trust. Choosing the right color for your topic is important. But there is more to color. Some colors work good together, whereas others don't. A popular color scheme is the complementary color scheme. Here, you basically choose two colors being opposite on the color wheel. This will give high contrast and attract attention. Once you have two colors, choose one as your primary color. This color should be used for around 75% of the image. Your second color is the secondary color and will be used for the other 25%. Besides the colors, it's always good to add neutral colors like black, white, or gray. These work great for your backgrounds, for example. Another important concept is the rule of thirds. Here you imagine that the image is split into 3 parts horizontally as well as vertically. Your most important element should be placed on one of the lines. There are a lot of tutorials on that concept, but in the end, don't take this as a strict rule. There is a lot of famous art that breaks these concepts. In the end, rules are meant to be broken. Adding some text with your color scheme can further increase the quality of your thumbnail. Sometimes this works great. Other times, a thumbnail with less text is better. This also depends on your personal style. As always, putting in the time and learning will make you better. If you apply all these concepts, your videos should be quite good already. But as already mentioned, there is a lot of room to improve. If you want to get your scripts to the next level, feel free to check out the video on the screen right now.